The US President Trump and the US Congress has called for an emergency meeting concerning what is going on in Nigeria. In fact, all the investigation that has been ongoing underground since Donald Trump made that threat, the report is now going to his table. And this emergency meeting will be happening on the 20th of this month. Now, listen to the full details and some of the reports that are already on ground. In fact, there is no more option of sanctioning Nigeria or pressuring Nigerian government to do the needful. What is going on now is that they've discovered that the Nigerian government has a hand in what is going on. So just listen to the full details.
Hello! Time is running out. Time is running out for the Nigerian government and the terrorists in Nigeria. You know, say Trump tell the Nigerian government, say, make una move fast. We don't give you time. Make una move fast with this window of opportunity. While you are moving fast or you are moving slowly, we will be investigating more. For this class, I will show you, say, this week, US Congress go meet on this matter. Many investigations, underground investigations, they go on. They won't meet, discuss some. At the end of the day, they go carry the file, go give Trump. And other people, who I see they investigate the matter, where they give the assignment, they return back to Trump. Now I will show you for this class. Notice, say, they talk am, go relax. So, you know, say their own, they go talk am, justify action. Don't be like how we say we no organize. See, they are not joking. According to Punch, alleged Christian genocide, US Congress begins full-scale probe into Nigerians' killings. So different people, organizations that have interest on this matter, even people that are affected, all the communities, they go send their reports. They go ginger. From the news, look, we break it down. What is happening? The U.S. House of Representatives Subcommittee on Africa will hold a public hearing on Thursday, November 20th, 2025. Okay? The hearing is to check President Donald Trump's decision to designate Nigeria as a country of particular concern. They never forget, it's still there. This is about religious freedom in Nigeria. What CPC means again, if the US Senate agrees to it, the US can sanction Nigerian officials involved in religious persecution. They know what you don't know. All the information where they hide from you, they know. Okay? The US can limit some assistance or support to Nigeria. It sends a message globally that religious freedom in Nigeria is under serious threat. Hearing details. The time na 11 a.m. Venue room 2172 Raymond House Office Building. Chairman Rep Chris Smith, who will speak. This person will speak. Senior US official Jonathan Prant, senior Bureau official, Bureau of African Affairs. He will also speak. Jacob McGee, Deputy Assistant Secretary, Bureau of Democracy, Human Rights and Labor. Second panel, religious and policy leaders. Nina Sher, Director, Center for Religious Freedom. Bishop Wilfred Anagbe, Catholic Bishop of Makurdi Diocese, Nigeria. Miss Oge Onubogu, Center for Strategic and International Studies. They go all speak for that committee. Meanwhile, this is what he has to say.
President Trump continues to ramp up calls for Nigeria to do more to protect Christians in that country. Let's take a closer look at the roots of religious tension there. The country is split into three sections, the north largely Muslim and at least partially governed by Sharia law. The Middle Belt, which is mixed, and the heavily Christian South. Much of the violence against Christians that we've been hearing about takes place in the northeast region of the country at the hands of jihadist groups like Boko Haram, as well as Fulani militias in the Central Belt and elsewhere. According to the International Society for Civil Liberties and the Rule of Law, more than 7,000 Christians have been killed in Nigeria this year alone, some 125,000 in the last 16 years, and more than 19,000 churches burned. So let's bring in Congressman Riley Moore, one of the first lawmakers to bring this to national attention. Good to have you on Fox News Sunday.
Shannon, thanks for having me on.
So I know the president has tapped you and Congressman Tom Cole to look into this. Can you tell us anything about how you'll investigate and what options you may give to the president or what plans he should have for handling this?
Yes, we've already started that investigation, and it's the House Appropriations Committee, and we're working with the other relevant stakeholders in Congress, including the House Foreign Affairs Committee, also working with leadership and their staff as well, to present findings to the president here as soon as we can, and once we have some real ground truth from our perspective. Obviously, we've been working with the State Department, the NSC as well, and the White House staff and we're in constant coordination and communication on this issue, but we're going to get to the bottom of this. And obviously the map that you just showed really highlights the tragedy that's going on there, how horrific this is, these killings of these Christians, our brothers and sisters in Christ. But we, and as President Trump has stated, we're going to stop this.
Well, he's talked about potentially boots on the ground there, going in guns a-blazing. But I want to read something from Nigeria's president. He says the characterization of Nigeria as religiously intolerant doesn't reflect our national reality. Religious freedom and tolerance have been a core tenet of our collective identity and shall always remain so. Nigeria opposes religious persecution and does not encourage it. He says the picture we're getting here is not accurate.
You know, unfortunately, that is completely false. I mean, there are states in Nigeria that have blasphemy laws, people who are facing the death penalty right now for blasphemy against Islam. There's a person currently right now who's held in prison for defending himself from attack from a Muslim militant from the Fulani tribe. He defended himself, and he's facing the death penalty. So, no, there's serious persecution happening in Nigeria. I know the president, Tinubu, is in a difficult position and trying to protect his interests there in that country, but they are complicit in this to one degree or another with statements like this.
So the New York Times says it's not just Christians. They say attacks on Muslims in the country often receive far less attention within Nigeria and globally, even though they have also been killed by the tens of thousands, with groups like Boko Haram preying on Muslim communities. So is it fair to say that there are other religious minorities, depending on which section of the country, and you're a minority in that particular section of the country, that they are at threat as well?
Look, there are Muslims that are being killed here, but the deaths that we have been able to garner from the facts on the ground, it's 5 to 1. 5 to 1 Christians versus other minorities, other religious affiliations in that country. Now, there are Shia Muslims there. These terrorists are Sunni Salafists who are doing these attacks. So, of course, the Shias are going to also be targeted in this. But it is 5 to 1 Christians who are being killed in Nigeria.
What can the U.S. do? Quickly, what should we do? Do we have a role in something that seems to be an internal dispute in a different sovereign country?
I think we absolutely do. Look, we're a Christian nation and a nation that believes in values and virtues of standing up for people who are being persecuted. That designation the president just did, a country of particular concern, unlocks 15 different levers that the president can use against that country, sanctions being one of them, withholding development dollars, restricting financing from international institutions. So there's a lot that could be done there, but the president has put all options on the table, including military kinetic action.
Okay, please keep us updated.
You don't hear the update, Abi? Okay. This man, Nick Donnelly, he thought say, instead of saving the life of Christians, the Nigerian government has engaged in a campaign of media manipulation in an attempt to cover up genocide. See? Everything what they do, they say instead of taking action against terrorists, they went for manipulation in an attempt to cover up genocide in Nigeria. Okay, as all evil governments try to hide their role in genocide, the Nigerian government of Bola Tinubu has proven its complicity and guilt. Okay, he bring out this Daily Post Nigeria. Say, may I go check this news whether it exists. Now I go check and true. Daily Post, Nigerian government aware of policies fueling Christian persecution. Chooses media manipulation. So okay, now they take a from Ted Cruz. Now go back to Cruz Twitter page. Say, make us see whether this thing they true. As you can see, it talking. Nigerian officials know their policies have created an environment in which Christians are being persecuted and slaughtered, including their enforcement of Sharia law and their tolerance for Islamic violence. Their tolerance for Islamic violence. It can include this Fox News report. You can see in this place. So the purpose of this class is to let you know, say, spread your CD. No be say as they do one for here. We just see one news. This person and this person, they goes. After 2 days, we come out to go sleep. And that one and that one, they kiss. And this one and this one, they fight online. No. Once they carry matter, they put on like caucus. They dig deep. The matter they own, they never sleep. So again, Nigerian government, we gonna move fast. All the allegations are counter allegations, whether they talk to all of them against our president, true or false, it don't mean anything. make we move fast. If they know dey kill people, that is the most important thing. What do you think? Drop a comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.